Live. Let me know. Let me know if you guys can hear me when you join. Um, I'm using my better camera. I do have a camera that is like for um for streaming for the laptop. So we're gonna see how this is. Hopefully, I sound pretty good. Microphone there. Yeah. So we're gonna get some people in here pretty soon. But sound off if you're here. If you're here, let me know. Um, yeah, welcome to the official Saturday Night Weekly stream. Should be able to do it every Saturday until something comes up, and I'll probably let you guys know on social media if stuff doesn't work out for like next week. And next week I'm off on Saturdays, so um, that'll be good. That'll be really cool. So hopefully this maybe looks a little better. I'll still be kind of in the shadows, but the lighting in here, like their light is like above me, so I don't know how that would look because like it's not going to illuminate in front of me. So I don't know. I don't think that would be. Um, I don't know if that would be good, but we'll figure it out over time. But I love doing StreamYard streams. It's just like it's easy. I've already sent out a link to a few people like Jason Callan and a couple others. So we'll see who joins. I'm just gonna wing it. Um, but anyway, yeah. We'll see who joins. Just sending out texts. How's everybody doing tonight, though, that is in here? We'll see if we get some people. I'm excited to do this. A little bit tired today, but hey, who isn't? We shall see who we're gonna get. Like, had a pretty busy weekend, which is still going because tomorrow I got more to do. I'm excited about. And if Ryan joins, then we can discuss that. Still unsure if he's going to, but I guess we'll see. Nobody in the live chat either. You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend to just talk. Like, I'm just gonna like not even like speak unless there's people in the chat because then it's super awkward. Even just to talk to myself is weird. And anybody in the chat room? Anybody in the chat room? Hope you guys can hear me. The mic, according to the mic, see it's blinking. Means it's working, but I don't know. Maybe you guys can hear me. I need to know though. I need to know the truth. I'm just winded, so I can't. I'm and plug my headphones because I need those here. Huh. And got the yellow, powered by StreamYard. I wish I could change that logo to something else. But unfortunately, I can't because you gotta pay to put logos and stuff. So that kind of sucks. Dang, why did my phone go dead? That is the worst. That is just the worst. How's everybody doing this joining though? Because I see you in it. I see you, but I don't see you yet. We need like elevator music for this situation because otherwise it's ungodly, silent, and awkward. Very quiet without people. Rather, people are gonna join the stream, or they're gonna join the chat. Which one's it gonna be? Hello, Watchman Gamer. How's it going, man? Yeah, I am by my lonesome so far. What's up, Earl? Earl in the house. I got nobody yet. I got nobody actually joining the streaming part with me yet, but hopefully I'll get somebody because I really don't want to ride solo whatsoever. As we'll see, I invited people. But I mean, hey, it's Saturday night. People get busy, so there's no telling. We got Watchman Gamer in the house and Earl Wolf. I'm trying to I wish I could charge my phone, but I can't because I can't unplug this. Well, actually, I'll charge it because I don't need these headphones right now. Actually, I better make sure that I'm unplugging the right. Okay, that's correct. Click on this if you'd like to join. Use that. Let's see if I can mess with this cord because I don't know I feel like I'm going to unplug something and it's going to be like the camera or something, and that would be bad. Yeah, that's the camera. I can't even do that. So, as of now, yep, I can't charge my phone at all. But how's everybody doing though? This is it's a Q&A. Like, I mean, I'm probably gonna title every stream Q&A just for the idea of like just pitching the idea that people can ask questions because I want people to understand. Like, I mean, you can ask me anything. Like, and I know sometimes in a stream it's like hard to like figure out like what you're gonna ask somebody, but because I'm just a boring average guy, so but yeah, Watchman Gamer. If you click on that link, if you'd like to join, it's cool. I'm totally down for it. Like you'll have to kind of set up your settings and all of that. It'll ask you to like set up your webcam, and I think you can do it from your phone if you wish. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Earl, what's going on, man? You still here? You're the only other one I see in the chat, so I'm going to talk to you. Man, it's weird. Like, I usually already have people in here, and like, it's making it look pathetic and sad because I'm not good at this on my own. Like, I have tried to stream on my own in the past, and it's just not my thing. That's kind of why I quit streaming for a while. Like, even trying to do live streams because it's not my thing to do it on my own. I can't do it. So I just think it's a cool idea to like use StreamYard as a kind of a way to like get people together because Big Daddy's World did a stream and he did it with like Joey's World Tour and everybody. And there's Watchman.
Hey there.
What's up, man? How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Just slow week.
Oh, a slow week.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's been weird. I've been struggling. Had a pretty bad seizure last week, so it's been a lot of recoup.
I'm sorry about that, man. It'll get better though.
I've had that for a while, but it's been a nice week after that. So.
Oh, that's good. I mean, find positivity where you can get it, right?
Right, exactly.
What's your name, by the way? Because I don't even know it.
Joe.
Oh, nice to meet you. Yeah, I've seen
too.
you I've seen you in your or your comments. I can't even speak. My comments and stuff. Um, but like not like I don't know. I've seen you a couple times, so like I'm
Yeah,
familiar.
yeah,
Usually it's the people's like avatars and stuff that I notice the most. Sometimes it's not really the name, but it's like the picture. But um, yeah.
right.
So you're
No, yeah,
a
I've been
gamer.
watching a lot of your videos, so.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah. But so what do you play?
Mostly RPGs.
Oh, nice. I
Yeah, some of the big ones and some of the indie games.
nice. I love
Yeah.
I love like Skyrim and stuff like that. I haven't played it in a little while, but
Mm.
I'm excited about the new Elder Scrolls for sure.
Yeah, I'm really wanting to see more of that.
Yeah, I know. It's like they just won't release anything. They won't show it. It's like they just
I
won't.
know.
It's like
Uh,
we're not even gonna show you a snippet of that game. Like it's weird.
yeah.
Like we'll give you Fallout 76. Like I don't know. It's funny. It's like this
Uh,
not put together game at all. Like it's just not.
right, right. I. That's the thing is like for me, I've more than anything, I'm diehard Metroid, and
Oh
so
yeah.
sitting there with Metroid Prime 4 announced for so long, nothing on it. It's just like, uh, that's been the real torment for me.
I think isn't that like Sony exclusive? I think Metroid. I don't know. Or well, no.
No,
No, I'm
it's
thinking of Metro. I think.
a Metro. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Metroid and Nintendo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I played Metroid Prime on I think GameCube or
Okay,
something
yeah.
back in the day, but that was it.
Mm,
Um, as for the other games, never played them.
yeah. Yeah, Metroid Prime was one of the better ones, but I haven't been
Next
through all of them yet.
general.
Yeah,
Yeah. Don't have the usual crew yet. I don't know if anybody's even going to be interested tonight, but it's like, well, if everyone's free, then whatever. I don't know.
how many do you usually have?
Well, last time I did a couple of test streams and we had like up to 4 people, which was good because like other people carrying
Cool.
conversation is a lot easier. Like
Yeah,
I don't know, because like that's just how I am in person too. I'm very like I don't know. I gotta like have a script in
yeah.
front of me, which I don't. But
Right, that's the thing. It's always tough to have to be the one to really get it going.
yeah. And then like Ian K over there is like perfection. Like he's like so good at it. And um, John from Big Daddy's World, he was like, "Do you?" It's like, "Do you have a teleprompter?" And he said, "No." But I mean, you could swear that he does. He's just got everything like already ready to like be said.
Mm, man, yeah, I've been trying to do a lot of streaming, and it's just like every time I just find myself at a loss. So,
Oh, like on
uh,
Twitch and stuff, or
actually, I do it on Mixer.
oh, okay, yeah. I think that's the better one, to be honest. Like when
Yeah,
I've tried Mixer and Twitch, and I think I like Mixer better.
yeah, I've been liking it a lot. It's hard to get started.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a YouTube channel where it's like, I mean, I know there's the difference between those two, but like, it's kind of the same thing where it's like, it's hard to like, if you really want to get viewers, it's really hard to like get people's
Yeah,
attention. Um, I've streamed on Twitch and Mixer kind of just for fun, but not really serious. And I mean, there's like, at the most, I probably had like 10 people watching at once, and then they would just like all leave or whatever. Like, I don't know.
yeah.
I
Yesterday I
can't
almost did.
commentate at the same time either. I
Yeah,
focus so much when I play a game, way
right.
too much.
That's the problem. I get so into the story, I get lost in there, and I can't keep on talking over that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the tough part.
I think the only tip that I kind of I kind of gave myself when I started doing that was like, I guess just say my thoughts more. It's just like
Yeah.
when you're playing, you just gotta like tell your thoughts out loud, and then maybe that'll entertain people. I mean, I guess it works for
Right.
it works for other people. Like other people are just like, I don't know, saying stuff, and I don't know.
I almost did stream yesterday. I got kind of lucky I didn't because I was going to start playing Dark Souls.
Oh yeah.
And I just took hours trying to figure out how it worked with the controls. So
Yeah,
I'm
I've played
glad
Dark Souls.
I did not spend.
That game is like just you have to really want to play it.
Yeah. Problem is, I've got friends who have been telling me again and again and again I need to.
Yeah, I asked my buddy that's a big Dark Souls fan. I was like, which one would? Because I don't want to play the first one if I don't have to. Because apparently there's like two newer ones.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, like obviously they upgraded since then. So, and he was like, just do Dark Souls 3. So that's like the next one that I was thinking about jumping into because I guess you don't really have to follow each game. I don't know. Unless I'm wrong
Yeah,
about that.
I just got into it yesterday because they put a really good deal in 2 and 3.
Nice.
So you get 2 for $10 and 3 for 15. So I was like, all right, why not?
Why not, right?
Let's try it.
Oh man. Did you eat anything good today?
They haven't really. Oh well, no. I went with family. Went to Outback Steakhouse this afternoon.
Nice. We almost went to
Yeah.
Outback, but we went to Larry's Pizza instead. It's pretty good. It's like buffet pizza. It's really good.
Yeah, don't think we
Medieval
have
is
that out
coming
here.
out, Earl. I guess is that like a DLC or something, Earl, or I don't know.
Recognize that.
Trying to think of what else I've been playing, but honestly, I'm drawing a blank. Like I hate, like kind of like whenever people ask you like your favorite movies or whatever, it's like,
Oh yeah.
it's like you immediately are like, I don't know, I can't think of a movie like off the top of my head, like whenever you're on the spot.
Yeah.
But I got Alien Isolation for like $15 on
Oh
Xbox.
man.
Love that game. I beat it a long time ago when it came out, but
Yeah.
my fiance has been watching me play it, and she likes to watch me play horror games for some reason, but she won't play a horror game. Like she will not, like she won't. But it's just more fun, I guess. But yeah, it's fun.
Huh.
I like it.
Yeah, I want to try that one, but the problem is Alien I have to avoid because of the flashing lights. They're not good for me.
Oh yeah,
But,
yeah. I would probably
it stinks, but it's
true.
such a great. That game looks so good. The design of it just looks incredible.
It really is. It's straight out of the Alien movies. Like everything, all the designs, all the like everything in it.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is so like murky, and it's like
Right.
it's straight out of the movies.
Man. Yeah, I always wanted to try it, but just don't want to take that risk.
Yeah, it's better to just not take the risk.
Yeah. Yeah, I made that mistake one time. What game was it? Can't even remember now, but it was one like a few years ago I tried and it just did not go well.
Man.
Man.
Trying to remember, like, there's some games. Is it like the Doom 4 that has the big warning before you start?
Oh man.
I think it might be that
A lot of
one.
them do that. It's sad because they started doing those warnings all the time, but really the big issue are the old games.
True. They're a lot more like flashing lights.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
stuff. Like obviously the new games
Yeah.
are like they know how to contain the lighting, but
Right. Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think of a newer game that's like really, really flashy and bunch of colors. I don't know. Can't think of one, but
Yeah. I know I did just recently play is that new indie game, Solitude.
Oh yeah, I haven't
And
seen anything from it, but I think I heard of it.
yeah, most of it was okay. It's just it had points where it would go into like these dark rooms and there would be electrical lights like flashing and stuff.
Oh
But
yeah.
most of it was fine. It was just every now and then you get a few of those.
Hmm.
But yeah, I
What do you
haven't
have to do
been.
to avoid it? Just try not to look at it, or what?
That's the thing is sometimes if it's constant, I have to just quit.
Sure, yeah.
Other
It's
times,
like I
maybe
said, yeah,
just light
better
the
than
room up.
worse.
If you make the room bright enough, sometimes that'll be enough, but it all depends on the game.
I don't know if you ever watched Dustin's MC, but I had him on my podcast that I upload, and he has a Minecraft channel, build stuff
Okay.
and all of this. But anyway, like he used to have seizures really bad,
Mm,
and he, I don't know what he did or whatever, like or what happened, but one day they just stopped having them. So I don't know. I don't know all the medical stuff behind that. You would know
yeah.
more,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it seems like it's pretty rough.
Yeah. It's funny because I did have about 2, 3 years where I had nothing for surgery. But then I had a doctor who took me off medications a little too fast and started them back up.
Hmm.
It's really interesting having that span of time where watch anything. I couldn't. It felt
Yeah,
really interesting. So
yeah. Hmm.
I was kind of really took advantage of that. Started watching all those movies I'd been avoiding.
You're like, I got this window. Let's just go. Like, let's just
Yeah,
enjoy this content.
take it on.
Yeah, that's interesting though. That's definitely like a. It's like weirdly. It's got to be weirdly mentally like. It's
Oh yeah,
like I get this much time, and now that they're back,
it's very
yeah.
yeah. But it's funny because it's like subconsciously you start following these rules you didn't even realize you had. You'll find certain things like one thing that's weird is, for instance, I never would eat cereal. I just never liked it that much, and I didn't know why. But then I found out later on, milk I have to avoid. It causes issues with my seizures.
Hmm.
And I never knew it, but apparently somehow subconsciously it's like my body just told me no, avoid
Hmm.
that.
And is weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never really got into like cereal. I mean, like I eat it now every now and then, but it's not like how other people treat it where they eat it every day. Um
Yeah.
I don't know, something about it. I guess it's because I'm thinking of it more as like cereals makes it feel like it's like you're eating a dessert right away. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like
That's one way to look at it, yeah.
I mean, it's like it's just it's weird, but like I've always looked at it as like it's just like I don't crave that right away. Like I don't know, but then again, I every time I've ever had breakfast stuff, I get sick. That's why you'll never see breakfast reviews or anything because
Oh,
like
okay.
I was telling somebody this the other day, and she was telling me like, oh, there's like a pill or something she recommended to take that would like maybe fix it, but
Weird.
I don't know something about because I would like my dad would make like when I was growing up like scrambled eggs with cheese, and like
Mm.
I just remember one time it just made me so sick, like not like where you throw up. It's not like anything like that. You just got like a horrible burning stomach pain that just remains until you like take Pepto or something. So I don't know. Like I've just
Huh.
always stayed away from eggs and stuff. And I told her too, like I need to try again. I need to try again with pancakes. I'm still not sure if it would like hurt me or not, quote unquote. But um, I don't know. Like waffles, I think I can do. But like if I go to Waffle House or whatever, I eat like the lunch stuff. I don't eat like I love Waffle House, but I can't. I
Hmm.
don't eat breakfast stuff. But and
Weird.
it's weird because like I'm weird about cereal too. So basically, I stay away from all the breakfast.
Just like that
Crazy.
kind of food or that time of day or
I think it might be a mixture. It's just always made
okay.
me sick. Like that kind of food's okay. Everything but bacon. I can eat bacon. I had bacon last night. Like I love bacon, but stuff like that, I don't know.
Huh.
It's weird.
It's funny because I know my dad always makes sure he never eats after 7 o'clock.
Hmm. I
It's
don't
weird
know.
because when he eats
And
anything
I'm
later,
never
it just
hungry
does
right
not
when
go
I
well.
wake up either. And like my dad was always like, "How can you not be like I'm starving right when I wake up? Like my body's trying to wake up. I'm not hungry.
Mm,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's weird. I usually wait a few hours after waking up and then go have like lunch. Like I have lunch like right away sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember one of the weirdest things for me was when I found out I needed extra sodium.
Oh,
I had one of my doctors tell me I was low on it a while ago, but I thought nothing of it. And then it was so weird because it was actually surgery. I started finding myself dizzy all the time. And so I started sort of keeping track on it, taking a diary on it. And it was the weirdest pattern because I'd noticed I'd get really dizzy on every full moon, which just creeped me out.
So you're a werewolf.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I'm
Like,
like, okay, this is weird. What's going on? But it was so
oh.
funny because one day at work, I'm just getting dizzy and I realize it's that time. And so I go to sit off to the side and immediately my boss's wife comes up and she's like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "Just kind of dizzy right now." She goes, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Is it because of the full moon?"
Oh god.
And I'm like, "Wait, what?" She immediately goes, grabs this apple, puts salt on it, has me eat it, and I'm fine.
That's weird.
Yeah, really bizarre, but it turns out all this time I didn't realize it was a lack of salt that was causing me to be dizzy like that.
What does that have to do with the moon though?
I know it's so bizarre,
That's
but
weird.
somehow it's really
That's weird.
bizarre. But I guess it happens.
I was about to say she like walks up and it's like, is it because of the full moon? Like, and she like takes you to some cave, like, hello, blood brother, or whatever. Like it's like he
Right,
like does like
exactly.
a ritual from Skyrim where you put the blood in the water and suddenly you're a werewolf. Like,
Yeah, I was really worried. Didn't know what she was
that's
gonna have me
crazy.
do next. It's like, she got a stake behind her back or something. Yeah,
Man,
that was definitely one of the weirdest things to find out.
it's just like I'm dizzy. Is it a full moon? Oh yeah, it is. Like that's weird.
It's so weird. It's so bizarre. But yeah,
Oh
ever
man.
since then, it's like just make sure I get enough salt and it's not an issue.
And
Really
salt is
weird.
good too, so I mean you're winning. Like it's like you're
Yeah.
kind of winning.
Hey,
Like I love putting salt on stuff.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
No complaints.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
It's funny how your diet has those effects in some of the weirdest places.
Yeah. Um I can't think of anything. I was about to say, like, let me think of something that I happened to me like that. It's like nothing. Nothing at least in comparison.
Yeah. Well, I don't expect anything to be like a werewolf, so.
No, I'm a vampire. We will go to
Yeah,
war, sir.
you just have to have all your meat rare with blood.
God almighty. Me and Watchman Gamer go to war, vampire versus werewolf. So what the heck happened to my audience? It's like nobody in here. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Oh
It
man.
it probably, you know,
Oh
the
well.
longer you stream, I learned, and this is also, I don't know if you know this about gaming streaming for
Uh-huh.
games, like longer you go, the more people will join. So like whenever I've
Yeah.
streamed on
Yeah.
games before, I've gotten that attitude like, okay, I'm 30 minutes in and I'm just gonna give up. But then I'm like, no, just at least try
Keep
it for
going.
an hour, like at least for an hour and
Right.
see what happens. But
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like just one more person viewing can often make a big difference.
Yeah.
because then you just come up a little bit higher on the list.
Yeah.
You get one more viewer, you're a little higher up. So that always helps.
I got the burps. Got too much pizza.
I don't know. Can you have too much of that?
Yeah. Like you can have it where you're just like you're just dying. I didn't get to that point. Lately with food, I don't know if it's just because. Okay, how old are you?
37.
You got 10. You got 10 years on me, dude. I'm 27. But
Okay.
anyway, okay. Well, then I'll ask you this: closer to 30s, does your metabolism really slow down, or like it's kind of like maybe you get fuller easier too? I don't know. Like I just feel like I'm satisfied by eating only so much.
Yeah, I'd say for me, it started to slow down around, I don't know, I'd say probably when I was like 32, 33 is when it started to seem a little different.
I don't know. Like when I was a kid, I'd barely eat anything. Got to where like teenager up to like recently, I could eat like a whole cow, which I still I still sometimes can. But like today, for instance, was just like I had pizza, but I didn't like overdo it because I am satisfied with not being too full. Like I don't like that feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and it's
Yeah.
healthier anyway to just not get too full.
I remember my younger brother, it was so funny. When he was a younger teenager, he ate nothing. I mean, it would be Thanksgiving and he'd have maybe a small piece of turkey and wouldn't be able to go any further. That's it.
Dang.
But it was hilarious because then just like a year or two later, completely changed his appetite. I don't know if they had it where you are, but for a while they were doing like all you can eat crab legs at Red Lobster.
We actually, I mean, we have one nearby, but not in where I
Uh-huh.
live. But
Okay.
I've barely been
Well, it's
there.
so funny because they're doing this deal and we go and he goes and eats through, I'm not kidding, 35 crab legs
It's like, well, you've
in one
changed,
sitting.
boy. Like,
It's like something happened.
it's like
Okay,
you just say that, like, so something happened here. Like, something's different. Can
what's going on?
I get this on YouTube? Like, I'm gonna start filming them. Like, eat them crab legs.
Oh, man.
Eat them.
Yeah, we always joked that they took that deal away after he visited, so.
Dang, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that was quite a shift.
It's like it's completely different. Like just, over one night. It's like
Yeah.
turkey, crab legs. Like what? Like what does that even mean?
I know.
Hashtag crab legs. Everyone that watches to this point, you probably won't ever again. Everyone's unsubbing to Trap Choice tonight.
There you go.
No, they're gonna go. They're gonna go watch. Well, Watchmen Gamer play instead. So, like,
Oh, man.
and feel free to plug, by the way. Like, if you feel like you're gonna actually stream on Mixer some more and
No,
stuff, I mean,
I wasn't planning to until Monday, probably.
well, then Monday, guys, come join.
Yeah, I was going to try again that night, but right now I'm just taking a break from it.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. I mean, like I said earlier, streaming games is different, but like in the same, but you're a creator, just like a YouTuber.
Yeah.
So like in a way, um, but live streaming that's much harder. Like
Yeah.
I don't never I can't like I can only entertain so much while live streaming. But speaking of, but I forgot what I was even gonna say there, but yeah, I was basically just like everyone needs a break. And like
Yeah.
I've taken too many, I'll admit that. Doing this for 7
Mm.
years, but I still have like had time like months at a time where I just wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
But even when I'm doing all this kind of more constantly, I'll say it like that, I do get burnt out. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's like that creative mentality has to keep flowing, and it can be hard, but I don't know what's going on with your life, because like if your life is going downhill, then your content's gonna lack and
Yeah.
all this kind of stuff.
No,
Or you just
it's
feel exhausted from work or whatever. Like you just, sometimes I've been like, okay, I'm gonna put out like this 3-minute review and then call it a week. Like, that's
right.
like, I don't know, but I mean, but I enjoy every second of it.
Yeah.
But it's just sometimes it can be like, and every YouTuber I think would understand that part of it.
Yeah.
Like Matt Zion from Reckless Eating, he's a good friend of mine. I don't know if you've ever seen Reckless Eating, but they've been around for freaking
I think I've
forever,
seen a
like
couple.
probably 12 years.
Yeah.
They used to do like more intense like vomit alert videos and stuff like that, but now they can't do it anymore because YouTube's changed.
Yeah.
But Matt keeps pumping out stuff, and he's a workhorse. That's what he does for a living. And I mean, when I talk to him, he's like, he always says like doing the grind, and what he means is he's editing a video right now. Like it's literally like every day working on something. I'm like, God Almighty! Like it would be awesome to make a living off of it, but I know that
Yeah.
he's like, I'm done. I am so done. Like, but that's any job though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you got to take whatever blessing that counts as a blessing. Like I don't know how to word that, but like YouTube would obviously be better to me than just like a daily job.
Right.
But in my daily job, I get burnt out in that, but I'm also going to get burnt out over here too. But which one's like, it's like, which one do you want? Like, well, the lighter load, I guess you can say.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I remember that was one thing I tried to do at first is I was actually teaching and doing a lot of work with network. I did computer work at a school. And so it was so tough because I'd want to do other things, other jobs here and there. But the problem was being at a school and doing tech, it also meant at those certain times of the year where things just go into overload, I can't do another job.
No.
So it's like, ugh.
I've literally never been one of those people like, or sometimes people are parents. I can understand that. When you're a parent, it's like different. You got more like inspiration to get a second job. But those people that
Yeah.
do 2 jobs, I don't know how they do it. I've never known.
Yeah, I know. It's just crazy to me why you do 2. Why not just find one? That'll be enough instead of piling on like
Yeah,
that. I don't know.
one
It's
that
tough.
pays really well.
I remember I did get so lucky though because I was working at a coffee shop for a while. And then it was so funny because I get the job at the school, and at the same time as I get that job, they move the coffee house over to a location right next to the school.
Oh.
And so since I worked there, it was every morning before work I could go over and get a free coffee over at this coffee shop. So it's like, okay, that works. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, coffee for school. Here we go. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, what video can you remember was like how you found me? I'm just curious. Like, I don't know, just something else.
I think it was your reaction to the second Godzilla trailer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think it was
That's
that one.
not what I would have guessed whatsoever. That's awesome though.
Yeah. I think that was the first one.
Was it like more of like, okay, you run across this guy's reaction and you want to watch it, or is it more of like you're a fan?
I just love Godzilla.
Yes.
I remember.
I got this guy.
There you go.
I got this guy, and I got a bunch of others. I got Mothra right here.
Yeah.
She's probably the best thing I have.
That
from the new movie.
is still good in the new one.
Yeah, I'm kind of like I'm a collector, but I recently kind of started, so it's not very big. But I've gotten more into collecting.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
it's sad. I've had so many and sold them all when I was younger, and I wish I hadn't.
me too. Like my parents sold my toys in yard sales, and I wish I was
Yeah,
an adult back then to stop them. Like,
no,
stop selling my toys. I don't
exactly.
know what brand was it. I can't remember. Me and my buddy Aaron Dwyer were talking about this. He's a Godzilla artist. Check him out on
Mm,
Twitter. He
cool.
does a lot of amazing pieces. Um, but can't now. Space Godzilla, and it was
Okay.
big, probably kind of like this. And I don't remember. Trendmasters did him, and you can buy him at like Kmart or something. But I had him, and he was like my prized possession. I don't know. I wish I didn't get rid of him because I would love to have him now.
Oh man,
He,
yeah,
yeah, he was like that dark blue, the way he was in the movie, but everything was like more lighter colored though. Because
mm,
like I don't know if you remember his chest colors, but it was that
yeah,
weird like yellow and red, like I don't know, but it was so bright. Everything about him was so
yeah,
colorful. It was
yeah.
awesome.
No, I
It
remember.
was
I
awesome.
still wish I hadn't sold like my SNES because I had the
Oh yeah,
Godzilla game on that, and that was what I played nonstop when I was younger.
I've still got Destroy All Monsters, and I actually kind of recently put in the GameCube and played that. And me and my cousin like had a whole like weekend of playing Save the Earth, and
Okay.
that was a blast. That was an absolute blast.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny now though because I've been going back through all the old movies again, looking at them, and it's just so funny
They're
to.
yeah, it's so campy and so like
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite like I've told people this on the internet before
Mhm.
because a lot of people that are subscribed to my channel are like aware of my Godzilla geekdom. But just because like it's a thing that I've been like I've had in my life since I was like 3 or 4 watching him, and I was one of the kids that went to see '98 in theaters. I think I was like
Same here.
probably 9 or 10. Um, and I loved it. The irony is, I loved it. It was almost like I
Yeah.
didn't know any better. I was just like, well, he's changed. Oh well. Like I didn't care. Like it was Godzilla to me. But I even bought his toy and everything. Um, and like there's some Godzilla movies that are like since 84 and 85 that are like the
Yeah.
90s era that are like really good now. Like they're really actually like the serious ones, and obviously the
Yeah.
original is like probably the best just because it's like it was originally made to be this very serious like message, I
Yeah.
guess. And then the 60s happened and they took it to like this whole like stupid crazy nonsense, but there's still fun to be had in like all of them in some way. But I mean there's a couple Godzilla movies that I just absolutely hate.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
kind of like it's for everybody though, because everybody is like you got it for kids, you got it for adults, you got it for sci-fi lovers, you got it for just kaiju lovers. Like I don't know, it's crazy.
Right.
It's like a
It's funny
universal.
because I remember being younger, even so many movies a lot of people liked, a lot of friends liked, a lot of cartoons that I personally found cheesy and stuff, and yet it was so funny because for some reason Godzilla movies I didn't care. I knew,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, this is cheesy, but I didn't care. I
Yeah,
still
it's
loved it.
pretty sad when you're a kid and you know it's cheesy. That means
Yeah,
today it's intensely cheesy. Like um, yeah, I don't know. There's a certain my computer just did something weird, but there's like a certain like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's hard to show another friend a Godzilla movie. Like it's like weird because
yeah,
like I don't even know if it's. I don't even want to say it's nostalgia. I mean, I know it's a little bit of that, but it's also like the way I feel about some bands I listen to as well, where like I can't get this person into this because there's a certain like mood you have to be in, I guess. And like you might bring someone over, show them a Godzilla movie, and that's just not the kind of movie that's like. Because I mean, I'll tell you right now, I'm a huge Godzilla fan, but I got to be in the mood to
Yeah.
watch one. Like I got to be like, okay, I want to watch kaiju battle it out, or watch like Shin Godzilla where it's nothing but talking, or like it depends on the mood.
It's like watching Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah. Did you
Got to
see
be in
Shin
that right
Godzilla?
mood. No, I did not see that one yet.
Oh, okay. Definitely check it out for probably the most interesting and weirdest take on Godzilla I've ever seen in my life. Like it's
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I've been needing to see it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
But I saw it in theaters. There was a 2-day limited release in a town really far away, but in the same state, and we just drove down there real fast one day and saw it, and like I was like, I don't regret seeing it, but that was so freaking weird. Like I just remember thinking that, like it was just, it's the most different take on him it'll probably will ever have, maybe. Besides the anime is also weird, very strange.
Yeah, you never know with that, but it's funny because I remember seeing King of the Monsters with a friend of mine who we didn't know. Neither of us knew that the other person was such a Godzilla fan, but turns out we both were. And it was just like one day I mentioned it to him, and he's like, "You're gonna see that?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Boy, I love that stuff." And so all of a sudden we just found out, okay, we are, and we have to go see it.
Like a secret.
And
it's like, I'm containing this thing.
yeah,
I like Godzilla,
exactly.
but I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like weird.
Right. It's so funny because it's like even afterward we're loving it and we're just going on about it, but we both don't go and talk to anybody else about it. We still stay quiet.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Godzilla 2014 is kind of what, like, I grew up with it as a kid, but when 2014 came out, Gareth Edwards movie, I got way more into it. It was when Godzilla's back to being mainstream again, so he was all over the place. And so this girl that I know by the name of, like, her name on Facebook is Scarlet Savage. I'm sure that this is probably, like, her first name is probably Scarlet, but I doubt that's her name. But she has a group on Facebook, and so we joined that. I was like one of the first people that was invited to join it, and so she made me an admin on it, and then a couple others admins, and so like we taught Godzilla. I mean, almost every day, just because I at least see a Godzilla post in our group at least once a day. So like it's filled my life up, like my adult life, for like the past. I mean, 2014 came out in like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just cool because you never know what you're going to run across that it's like from your childhood, and then you just kind of are like, okay, I still like it was like a choice. Rather, I don't bring him back into my adulthood, or I do. And so I allowed myself to like let Godzilla back into my heart. Like just, and so then I started getting the figures and stuff. It's like, he's still awesome. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I remember what brought me back in was first preview I saw for the 2014. Once I heard his roar, it was like, I felt like I'm back in that world.
They had that teaser that was only the roar clip.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but like, I remember thinking it was weird. I was like, I don't know if I like it. But then I started listening to it more, just because like I couldn't really understand why they made it sound the way he did, because we're so used to the and the thing at the end, and like, but it sounded so like weird to me. Like it was just air being blown really hard. Like, I don't know, like a big, like a hiss. It's more like a big hiss.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, that's like one of my favorite roars now.
I love it.
And they added so much bass to it in the new movie. It's like, it's so unreal.
Just more weight to it.
Yeah.
It's which is something they did with the
and then they perfected his design.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say that is
2014. I was like, No, go ahead.
That was one thing I was very mixed on, though, was the design in the 2014. Because I loved
Yeah.
the way they did his face, and I love that. But
Yes.
I remember the one thing that always stuck out to me like a sore thumb was that foot.
Yeah, kind of elephant-ish.
Yeah, it's like as soon as I saw that, it just felt like it almost felt like a joke at first. You know?
It's like, why is his foot so like a tree trunk and then
Right.
round at the bottom? Um, and then I swear in 2019, I don't know, I didn't really look at the details of like what they did to the feet, but I'm pretty sure they made the claws a lot bigger, so it's like
Yeah, they
it looks
did.
better. But the dorsal fins is what got me because like
Mm,
I'm so used to like in 2014 his dorsal fins. I was like, why is his dorsal fins the different like the same color as his body? It always bothered me, like because it's always been like
uh,
kind of that whitish
yeah,
gray in the 90s and stuff, and I liked how they stuck out more in the old movies. And then it was like, why is he the same color as dorsal fins? And then in this movie, they made him gigantic and made him based off of the
yeah,
54 movie. And I'm like, it's perfect now. It's
yeah,
absolutely perfect.
yeah, exactly.
And then he's always like glowing and stuff. I'm like, it's perfect.
Oh, that was the most, was possibly the most awkward moment of theater for me was in 2014 when you finally got to see his spikes glowing and his breath come
Yes.
out. When I
Yes.
saw that scene, I was almost like jumping out of my seat, literally. And
Yes.
I just was so unexpected. I couldn't control myself.
Yeah. I was even wondering because Gareth Edwards did a really good job of like not teasing any of that
Yeah.
kind of thing in the trailers. Like it didn't show anything. And then Aaron Taylor Johnson's character destroys the nest, and then the female Muto is like walking up about to eat him, and then you just see that glow on
Yeah.
his face, like the blue glow, and like, oh, I'm
What
getting
a
chills just
scene.
thinking about it. Like I recently watched
I
it the
know.
other night, and I've got my I'm this kind of nerd. I got my I got a Google Home Mini, so I can change like the lights and stuff, the color in my kitchen and all that, and I can also have her turn on the lights, just voice activated. So I made the lights blue specifically for that moment. I was just like I was in the dark and I was just like, Google, make the lights blue, and it just like right when his face like it starts going blue, it just lights came on. It was like, oh, that's perfect. It looked
Oh,
exactly like just the glow was coming from the screen perfectly.
man.
Um,
Oh.
and like I was watching King of the Monsters, and the whole time I just had the lights blue. I was like, yeah, that's perfect. Um, but
Yeah.
um,
That. Oh,
but like funny story about seeing 2014 in theaters. Like that happened, the glow, and then right when
yeah.
you start to see the tail, and I love how they did it too, because he was like kind of in the smoke, and it's just a silhouette of like it
Yes.
going
Yeah.
up his back. And some guy screamed in front of us, "My body is ready!" Like right before it happened. I was like, it was perfect, like most perfect like movie going experience where
Yeah.
everyone was quiet until the atomic breath happened, and then when it happened, everyone went nuts.
Yeah.
And the kiss of death. That was the best
Oh, man.
like kill in any Godzilla movie I think to date. Like just
It's like, why even try to top that? That just.
I,
Oh.
I watched it at home and then I posted on our Godzilla group. Did you guys even know? I went freaked out when it came on DVD. I was like, did you guys even notice that he blows like down the mouth and the body falls off the
Yeah.
head, not the other way around? It
Right.
falls off the head and you get that wide shot and the body's falling and you see this spray of blood. So they couldn't like really show that close up, but you actually could see the Mutos just like a spray of blood going into the air is crazy. Like if you really pay attention
Yeah.
close, I was like, okay, that almost is rated R. Like it's like it just like is
Yeah.
crazy. Like, and then he just
Every time I
drops
see
the
that
head.
scene, just. When he drops that head, I keep thinking every time I see it,
It's a mic drop.
I think
It's
of
like boom.
I just think of a football player across getting his touchdown and then just throwing the ball down and posting over it.
And that victory roar too
Uh,
is like his roar was
oh
so
yeah,
different when he roars when he wins. It's
yeah.
like that's amazing. God.
Still, I still have to say the biggest surprise for me out of all of it was Mothra in this last one. I was
Yeah,
not expecting that.
she was really well done.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
the at the end,
yeah,
or just her as a whole.
as a whole,
Okay.
because to be honest, I wasn't expecting much, and I personally have never been that big a fan of Mothra. But
Hmm.
just the way they did it in this one, I just immediately fell in
Yeah.
love with Mothra.
Yeah. I've got 2019 Godzilla over here with that Mothra, and I told myself I gotta have them together on my desk because like they go so well together in the movie. Like, and you know, there's that whole
Yeah,
joke they're in a relationship, whatever. Like, I'm tired of all
that's
the
just so.
memes about Godzilla with Mothra.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
but
Uh,
I think it's cool because like I was wondering before the movie came out, like, okay, Mothra, Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Rodan. Okay, are they really all gonna just go all out brawl at the end? Like, just like everyone, like nobody teams up, but it's perfect
yeah,
because they basically just did a 2-on-2 thing, and
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
that makes sense. And I love the Rodan dynamic where he's like
Oh
has to
man,
bow and stuff. Like, that's so good. I've never
it's
seen
so
Rodan done that well before either.
yeah. I just that last shot of Rodan. I don't know what it is they do, but it's like you can just see this look of like admiration in his face. It's like just the way
Yeah,
he's looking
they did
up
a
to
yeah.
Godzilla. It's just so neat how they do it.
Little bit of bragging rights. I mean, I'm not really bragging, but
Yeah.
Alan Maxon from on Twitter, he's like, I think the right head of Ghidorah, like rather the left head or the right head.
Okay.
Um, he like liked my tweet, commented all this, and I was just like fanboying, like, okay, this is cool. This is like one of the heads talked to me, like, so I think it'd be cool to meet all three heads, meet the guy
Oh
that
yeah.
plays Godzilla, and like all of that. I have yet to go to a G Fest, so I want to go to my first G Fest,
Mm, man, I
which is just basically a
love
Godzilla
to go to
Comic
one of
Con.
those.
It's like all it is.
Yeah. Right. I wonder when they're going to actually give the first preview for Godzilla versus Kong.
um, D Man. He's a Godzilla channel. He's been around
Mm,
for like a while.
I've watched some of his stuff.
Okay, well, he basically has been just giving news on it, and I think I don't know. I feel like they're gonna wait till it's closer, but
Yeah.
I could see how they probably would do it in the next month or two, maybe.
Hmm.
Like at least a teaser, because it might be a little too soon, but I don't know. Or in front
Yeah,
of
it's
Joker, that's a good idea because that's Warner
there.
Brothers.
You
So if they
go.
did it in October, that would
Yeah,
make sense for distributing it and like all that. You
that
get
would
Warner
work.
Brothers fans in there. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be a good way to do it.
Joker looks like it's gonna be good. I can't wait.
Oh man, I do want to see that one. That just, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix, you can't go wrong. But
You really can't. Like, I love Gladiator and I love his
yeah, oh
role in
yeah.
that. I actually bought
Oh
Gladiator a long time ago on Blu-ray, and we still have it. Like, it's wrapped up, like
yeah.
packaged, and Ashley's never seen it, so I'm excited to like just put it on and show her Gladiator because I think she's gonna be
Wow.
love it. Um, yeah.
Trying to remember what was that one really disturbing but so good with who was it? Philip Seymour Hoffman and Joaquin Phoenix. Oh, what was that?
Mm, was it her?
No, not her. That was a
Not
good one
her,
though.
so I don't know. Um, hmm.
Yeah,
My
I can't
phone's
remember
dead.
now what it was, but I
I'll
just
Google it.
yeah, just thinking of the role he was in on that one. I just can't help thinking, yeah, he fits Joker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got to see that. And hey, if they have preview for Godzilla vs. Kong, that'll make it worth it.
They dropped the trailer now, like just like
Yeah.
The Master.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, because it was like The Master 2012.
Definitely
what's
one of the
another-
most disturbing. But
I've
still,
never seen
his
it, but I'll
performance.
definitely check it out.
Yeah, it was astonishing what he did in that film.
It's kind of sad too, because like I watched Watch Mojo, and like I think it was one of their top 10. It was like top 10 actors that won't watch
Uh-huh.
their own movies or something like that. I think that was the list, and like Joaquin Phoenix was on there. It was like, what, Joaquin Phoenix? Like, you need to watch your own movies because you're good. Like, but he won't watch his own movies. Neither will Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And a couple others. I don't remember, but
Yeah, I've heard several of them that don't like to do that.
I mean, I kind of understand, because I would be just so,
Yeah, I
I'd be
can
like
get it.
watching my own movie. I would be like, I'm so self-conscious right now, like that I'm like
Yeah.
on this big screen, like it's like everything about you is in crisp HD. it's like I should be used to it, but but like when movies,
It's like I've seen enough of that already.
It's like, all right, turn it off.
No, that would be the creepiest thing when I think about it, is just to think about being in a room of that many people and knowing everybody's looking at your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awkward. I can see that.
Yeah, because at least with me being on YouTube, I don't have to see everybody.
Right, exactly.
I literally just put it up and I see the comment, but I don't see the face. So it's like,
right.
Sometimes I just wish I could get like a bird's eye view of like people's faces when they watch my videos. Rather it's disgust, or it's just like it's just or they just turn it off. 2 minutes in,
Yeah.
I'm done. He doesn't make this quick enough. Like,
it's like as soon as somebody comes on, that's when I feel like, oh no, I can't do this.
And it's like weird because like I've never been Rick, but I'm like waiting for the day that I do to speak of what kind of experience that would be. Like I don't know if I know, like I don't know if I would know what to do, because like my confidence is much different on the screen. Like it's much different. So in person, it's hello. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know, but
right. No, it's like with streaming. I think probably the most awkward for me is you get people come in, start in the chat, and the most nervous thing for me is, how old are these people? Do I have a little kid watching me, or do I need to be more careful? Is this going to be, just when you don't know who's watching, makes me a little nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's sad. You get some people who come on, and it's like, if you're not careful enough, you could easily say something that's just not the best thing around that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can get pretty awkward if you're not careful.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like your mentality is somewhere, and then what it turns out to be is something else. Yeah. Like tonight, for example, like I sent links to people, but I guess they can't join. So it's like, I thought this was going to be a bigger night.
Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. I'm enjoying the conversation, sir.
Yeah, it's been good. But that's the thing. It's like sometimes it's just about getting it started is so tough. But then once it gets going, then it gets easier. But I know I've had so many times I'll be like doing a stream, talking about games. Somebody will bring up some game that maybe they love or something. And every time it just gets me nervous, because if I start going down that road, I'm probably going to mention some game I couldn't stand, and they're going to say it's their favorite.
Oh yeah,
You know, it's
you're
like,
gonna get that.
uh,
But it's also like you're yourself, and you can't help. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
they just
right.
have.
What are you
You know,
going to do?
if they can't accept you, then they're lost. Like it's like that's kind of how I
Yeah,
feel about subscribers. It's like if they, because I've had so many people just like say one thing and then probably never watch a video again unless they did, and I just didn't, I didn't know. But like it's the same situation where it's like if you like, because the thing about YouTube is like it's more about, I think it's just more about the personality. It's like
yeah,
it's more about like people have to like you, because I've got people that like even if I quit doing food reviews, like they would probably watch me if I changed some of the like what I do on my channel completely, like just completely flipped it. They would still follow me because they just like me. Like, and
yeah,
I have to be I've made myself aware of that over the years, just because I've had, like the reactions and stuff. That was just like a random, like, I want to do reactions, but I'm disappointing the food review people. It's just like I'm making them be like, all right, Trav's gonna drop food review today, right? Star Wars Episode 9 trailer reaction. What is that? Like, it's just like,
yeah,
I don't know, like, even though I haven't done one in a while, but like, I want to do other things. Like, I'm
yeah,
not, that's why I have the podcast. I'm like, the podcast is like, this is a casual hour of like just talking about literally anything, because like I love discussing movies, TV
right.
shows, food. Like it doesn't have to all be food stuff. Um, so I think it's like if you
Yeah,
get to yourself to a point, like I mean, with you, it's streaming where they just like you,
yeah.
then no matter what you do, they'll follow.
Oh, yeah.
That's my mentality on
Actually,
it.
it's really funny because on my streaming, I hardly got any views, but then I started getting a few when I started streaming while I was writing.
Hmm.
Um, I do a lot of fiction, poetry, and right now, Andy and I are actually trying to put together a script for a game.
Hmm.
And so it's so funny. It was like all these games I play, I hardly get any views, but then I start streaming while I'm coming up with ideas for this game. People immediately just start pouring in.
Hmm.
So it was kind of weird. It was once I went
Well,
off
then
track
it's
and
like
did something that wasn't
then you know exactly what direction you should go. You know what I mean? It's like once
right.
you create that like wave, like what people like, then it's like, well, then you know where to take it, and only as long as you enjoy the thing that you are getting people to like. Like it's got to be,
Yeah.
can't just go with like the, oh, I'm gonna. For me, it's more of like, oh, I'm gonna follow someone or whatever at McDonald's. Like, I'm gonna order what they ordered, like all that stuff. Like, that's a good example. Like, if I just follow that, then it's not what I want to do. Like,
Yeah.
so
Right.
even though I
Yeah.
have thought about doing that at least once just for fun, but I'm like, maybe not. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what did they order? Like, it's just weird. Like I don't know. Like, what did the guy in the giant white truck with the giant tires order? Like, I don't like. What did the lady in the
Yeah.
pink car order? Like, who has a pink car? I don't know.
I had a friend who, it was so funny. He would always, at the drive-thru, have to start asking the person on the intercom what they thought would be best. He could never make up his
What
mind
do
for
you
himself.
like?
He always had to get it from them. Yeah. It was so funny. Like every time we'd go somewhere, that's what he'd do.
No, it's like what do you like? Oh, I like fish sticks. I hate seafood. Tell me something else. It's like something like it's like
Exactly.
like it's like you can't. Food is just the common ground that gets people. What's up, Critical Japan? Buddy Paul from over there doing reviews in Japan. Anybody that hasn't checked him out, check him out, which most of you probably have already.
That's cool.
Because he's got like 1 billion subs. When, yes, I agree, Paul. If they like your personality, they will stick around.
Right.
Because if we're just being honest, Paul, you're in Japan. They're there for the cool ramen, the like weird stuff that they're never gonna get where we are. So they're there for you. Like it's like they're there for you. They're there for the Japanese culture. All of that. That's funny though.
I remember that was my uncle. Was part of the Air Force, and he was stationed in Japan for a while. So I remember visiting there. Oh man, the food was the best part of the trip.
Oh yeah, I want to.
So good.
I gotta go to Japan for my first time, and I can't wait. Like, and I don't know when that'll be. Maybe a few years from now, but I can't wait. Like I told my buddy Phil, I was like, I gotta go to just like a normal and probably one of Paul's local shops because I know that he's like knows all the ramen places. But I gotta go to Japan and eat Japanese ramen, like straight up giant bowl you see in the animes. It's like in all the stuff in it, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody can get the stuff I show, but they still like to check it out. Yeah, like. I'm always jealous of Paul's stuff. Like, I'm like, Japanese, like Pepsi, like, you know, it's like, obviously I want it, but it's like, well, it's not America, so I can't get it.
I remember we went to one restaurant in Japan. It was just the bar where everybody sits around the same like table or whatever. And so people you don't even know you're eating with. And it was so funny because on this menu, I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was this one like bullfrog legs dish. And it was so funny because almost everybody noticed it and how it was described. They just like were curious, but didn't want to touch it. And so it was so funny because my dad goes and tries to order it. And immediately they tell us they're all out of it, and everybody around the whole table just goes, "Oh!"
It's like even though they were like,
wanted to see somebody else do
it. Like, no, I don't want that. What is he gonna like? Well, think about it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, let's watch with 4 eyes. Like, peel them back. Like,
exactly.
Let's make sure we see this every minute of it. It's gonna be nasty, I know. And then your dad is probably like, "This is awesome." Like if he had it, like I don't know.
Yeah. But that's what he always did. He'd always grab the weirdest thing that he could find on a menu. Just the way he was.
Yeah, it's gotta be not picky. That's for sure. I'm kind of that way. Like I used to be so picky, and then as an adult, I just changed. Like I'm the guy that's like a burger, whatever comes on it. Like I don't, you know, unless except for tomato. I don't like tomato. But like it's like it's weird because I like tomatoes, but it disrupts the burger for me. Like it's just you bite in and
I can get that.
I
Yeah. Yeah, I can see why that would
juicy.
be. Yeah. Yeah, I mean I'll do it sometimes, but not always. So yeah, I can see why.
I guess it's like a mood thing, and I'm never in it.
Yeah. There you go.
Pickles, though. I like the crunch of a pickle.
I always for me, it's always mushrooms and onions I love on a burger.
There you go. What's your condiment, though? Like mustard or?
I'm not crazy about mustard, but
I love mustard.
Almost anything else. Just mustard, I'm not.
Yeah,
I never.
A lot of people are like that. I'm just like mustard. Why are you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
I'll
good.
go.
Ketchup on a burger.
Yeah, mayonnaise is good.
No.
Yeah. I don't do that as much, but if it's on there, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, McDonald's, like if you get something as it comes, usually it's like, oh, there's ketchup and whatever else sometimes.
Yeah. Right. I've had some very peculiar combinations. I remember I still don't know where he came up with this, but my dad's favorite sandwich whenever he'd make something at home was always a peanut butter and tomato.
That sounds really weird.
Yeah, it is. That's the only way to explain it. It was weird.
This is really weird.
You can't describe it any better than that.
I was remembering like, yesterday and telling Ashley, but I think she had seen the movie a long time ago, but 50 First Dates.
Okay.
It's like Spam and Reese's, like the Adam Sandler's character in that movie, like Spam and Reese's. But I was like, wait a second, what would Spam but with Reese's be like? And I was like, why does that sound kind of good? Like why does like breaking apart of Reese's and putting like the peanut butter on Spam actually? It sounds gross. Well, Spam in general kind of grosses me out.
Yeah.
But like putting peanut butter on it would, it's like, would that
I know.
improve it? I don't. That's weird. I don't know. It's this weird thought. I'm like, maybe I gotta review that sometime. Just be like, all right, Adam Sandler, this is for you. Spam and Reese's.
I remember my cousin. He loves to do scrambled eggs with syrup
That's
because
definitely different too.
yeah, let's do it. At first, I'm like, actually, that might be good.
That might work.
Yeah.
So apparently, your family is just always about experimentation.
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
Apparently, because you're like my dad, like whoever else you said, I forgot.
Oh. Yeah, they'll go anywhere.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's dangerous at times. Like my older, he was at some kind of dinner,
Are drinking
and
me,
he
Larry?
just couldn't.
What?
What?
I don't understand that one.
What was that about?
Autocorrect, Larry.
Yeah.
Like something. Saw a cup has. Oh snap! Okay, Larry's pizza. That's good one, Larry. That's a good one. That's actually a good one. It took it. I literally did not understand.
Yeah.
That was amazing, Larry. Good one. That was amazing. Are you drinking me? Like I thought for sure he was totally needed auto. It was like autocorrect. But what were you saying? I think you were saying something.
Yeah, it's just it's funny. I remember my older brother. He had a party like at his job one time, and they had all you shrimp.
Wait, what was
And
that?
he
It
went
kind of
overboard.
cut out for a second.
They had endless shrimp
Oh, okay.
at the party, and he just couldn't stop eating, and got to the point where he ended up triggering what was a mild allergy he didn't know he had.
God.
And ever since then, he can't eat shrimp.
He's like, this is mild, but it's like,
Yep.
here we go. Face it.
He just went and pushed it over the edge.
God,
So sad. Ever since then, he can't touch it.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, don't go too overboard.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I guess, well, like you said, he didn't even know. So
Right.
it's like, I guess, like people don't go overboard just in case you have an allergy.
Yeah.
Like, don't drink this because you have an allergy. Don't eat this. If you,
Yes.
like, don't eat or drink too much of anything. Because I mean, honestly, like I said earlier, it's not healthy.
No.
That's funny though. It's like life advice. So don't
Exactly.
do too much of this or that in case you have a mild allergy. So that sounds like some stand-up joke.
Yeah, I know.
In case you have a mild allergy, don't eat or drink too much of this. Don't drink too much water. You might have a mild allergy. Like, it's like, what? Obviously, you got to go crazy on water.
Yeah. Oh man. Just allergy to water. That's an interesting thought.
That would be horrible. Like you're like forced to drink. Well, I mean, everything's made out of water though. So
yeah, you're kind of screwed.
Screwed. Like, so that's bad. It's like soda, tea, Everything that's a liquid ever made by
Right.
humans. I mean,
Luckily, I haven't
maybe
heard
it'd
of
be
that
like,
happening.
oh, soda. It's like it's less water, so I'm good. Like, I don't know. Mostly sugar and caffeine. Like,
Right.
oh man, I've been
Oh,
trying to like cut that out and stuff. Like, besides doing reviews, I've kind of like done really well lately of just like
mhm.
water or tea, or well, I'm not doing well by drinking Dr Pepper, um, but like if I go out and eat, I'll have a soda, but at home,
Yeah.
no. And
Mm.
I think I could tell a difference. I mean, it's barely, but I feel like maybe 10% better, just energy and stuff because you gotta you gotta not you gotta not do it the way I always did, is grow up on soda
Mhm.
like just crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Your body is like 2/3 water, so therefore
Right.
you have an allergy against yourself. Like it's like,
Sort of like oh, what is it called? Autophobia.
oh yeah. See, Dr. Pepper should be fine. Subscribed by a doctor.
There you go.
Wow. Yeah. Paul knows. He knows all the biz. He's over there in Japan having all of it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna try this, that, do videos on all of
Uh,
it.
reminds me, I remember I had one professor in college. He taught chemistry,
Oh yeah.
and it was so funny because he always drank Diet Coke.
Hmm.
You'd see him in class like 50% of the time with a can of Diet Coke. And it was so hilarious because one day we're in the lab and one of the kids just being cocky, like, bad for you. So immediately he just puts down his, walks up to the board, draws out the entire chemical layout of Diet Coke, circles one spot on it, and that's the problem. Picks up his Diet Coke and drinks some more.
That's great. Would you drink
It's
the
like,
Coke syrup? Um, Probably not. Now syrup for pancakes flavored
yeah,
Coke. That's 2019 people, like that's something that could easily be made. Like
yeah, yeah.
syrup soda flavored. That'd be weird. I don't know why I came up with that.
Who knows? They do anything.
Oh yeah. Like we've
Oh,
got
but
I don't know what I reviewed recently that I said something like 2019 people, we got this. Like
yeah,
it's not a surprise.
no,
I don't remember what it was, but it was something definitely like only made now. Like it would never have been made 10 years ago.
yeah. What was it? I can't remember what restaurant it was, but it's one that had a cheeseburger that was cheeseburger and peanut butter and jelly.
Really? Kind of sounds
So
good.
good. It was good. It was very good.
I think that any kid that grew up on SpongeBob, which I did,
Mm.
if you tried jelly on a patty, because I did, like there's an episode of SpongeBob where they put jellyfish jelly on the patty, and so to replace that, because obviously I don't have jellyfish jelly, fictional thing, but
Well,
unless it's real.
actually, that's the funny thing is I remember one thing we did have um, was jellyfish soup.
Huh. I mean, it sounds like
Really
something that
weird.
could be, but grape jelly on a patty, it was amazing. I never had it again, but I was a kid and had it. It was great. What was the nasty food you ever
Hmm.
eaten? Food review. Um, it wasn't a food, but I gave something a when I used to do 1 to 10. I gave something I think rather a 0 or a 1,
Hmm.
and it was Celestial Seasonings tea. I made it. I may have made it wrong. I don't know. The reviews then up there, but like I literally went off camera and spit it out. Like you hear me
Oh
go
man.
like in the sink, and like I don't know. I'm trying to think of something food related though. I I like too much. Like
Yeah.
you guys will notice in my food reviews I give a lot of high scores just because I'm not. It's not like I bite into it. I'm gonna find the positives because it's food. Like I don't know. Unless it's just that bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I think for me it's hard because first thing that comes to my mind is just Australia.
Can order grilled jellyfish at some Japanese places. Why am I not surprised, Paul?
There you go. Yeah.
Like, why am I not surprised by that?
Yep.
That's cool though. I gotta go to Japan for one reason: the Godzilla statue. I gotta go. I gotta go, and I gotta see a movie in that theater, like the
Oh man.
Toho theater, whatever it's called. And Paul's been there. He's got a vlog on it, so anybody that hasn't checked that out, like Critical East Japan,
Oh
type
man.
in Critical East Japan Godzilla statue. His vlog is there, and it's amazing. Like it's, I told him, I commented, I was like, huge Godzilla fan. I love this. I want to go there. Like I gotta go there. You like, I think you
Yeah.
got to do something like a button or something, and he will roar, which is basically him roaring over the city. So it's amazing.
Oh wow. Wow.
Like sushi, I don't really eat like a lot of seafood really that much. What about you, Watchman?
No, I'm not crazy about sushi. My sister loved it, but I personally just
Pretty sure
don't really
Paul
care
eats a
too
lot of
much.
sushi though. Japanese sushi. No, not really. I mean, it's like it's something that I would eat. If it was like handed to me, I would eat it, but it's just not
Yeah.
something that's like, yeah, I'm not gonna go out of my way to eat
Yeah,
it.
same here.
No,
I
I'm loving it.
don't know. I just feel like there's not a lot of taste to it. Just
Yeah,
I don't know.
know.
It's kind of the same way actually with what I've had of jellyfish.
Apparently, he lights up at night when he roars too. Even better.
Oh. Oh man. Gotta go see that. Man.
Do a
Now you
Watchmen
got me
trap
putting
tries and Watchmen
something more on my
gamer
list.
vlog at the Godzilla statue. Had you eat?
My bucket list grew.
Yeah, my bucket list is so big and it just grew 10 times more. Like, I'm hoping to complete my bucket list tomorrow, or not complete. What was it? Why did I say complete? I'm hoping to complete the whole thing. Yeah, I'm gonna just like I'm gonna be dead. No,
Yeah.
I meant to say complete one. Okay, actually 2 items on it. Going to the Arkansas Comic-Con tomorrow. And second on the
Cool.
bucket, or not second in place, but somewhere on there, Kevin Conroy is going to be there. Voice of the animated Batman from the 90s series. And if you've played the Arkham games, Watchmen, I don't know if you have, but
watched a bit of others play it, but
he's the voice of Batman in all the games, and I'm gonna be nerding out. Like I don't even know what to say to the guy, but I'm gonna go there and meet him tomorrow. And Sean Astin's gonna be there. The new guy, like I know that Peter Mayhew passed away, but the guy that plays Chewbacca now is gonna be there too.
Okay.
Which if I meet him, he's 7 feet tall. I'm like 5'6". It's gonna be like, what? It's gonna be too awkward to take a selfie. Like, but I'm excited though because like I've never been to a Comic-Con, so and my best friend Ryan, we ended up having to go on 2 separate days. There's a lot of details to that, but he went today. He's got a picture that he sent me. He was like, me and Kevin Conroy. I'm like I woke up to his picture of him and Kevin Conroy. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember one trip. It was so cool. We were like between flights. I think I'm not sure what airport it was now. I can't remember, but remember back when I was in high school, it was like my brothers and I were just wandering around because there was hardly anybody in the airport at the time. And we go by this one area where there's nobody there except 2 guys. And as we come across them, we look and we see one of them is Chris Farley.
Wow.
I mean, he
Dang.
just immediately like looks over us like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, just so cool. We like
That's
freaked
cool.
out. Yeah.
Um, the only other celebrity that I've met, because I don't go to stuff very often, but like, you know, I'm trying to get into that mentality now as an adult. Like, go,
hmm
you know, this is like Comic-Con tomorrow. That's gonna be my first, so it's like, um, the original voice actor for Skeletor. I met him.
Okay. Yeah.
I got his autograph, and I don't know where it is, but so I'm beating
Mm.
myself up over that.
Yeah.
But his wife was I don't know if it's still his wife. I don't know, but she was blind, and she was like teaching
hmm
us like it was like school or something. Do weed. Like just Larry's just like do weed, like just that'll solve it. Like anyway, interrupting my story, Larry. I'm trying to remember. Okay. Anyway, she's blind, and she
uh-huh.
like printed our names in braille, and then like my best friend from my childhood was like, dude, like that's the actor from like he's Skeletor. Like we're gonna beat ourselves up if we don't go get an autograph. So we walked up to him, introduced ourselves. So that was cool. But I just wish I could find that autograph. So
Sweet.
I would literally hang it up.
Mm. Yeah, I
And
remember the.
irony is that I never really watched He-Man though, but I was like, well, this is a celebrity.
Hmm. Yeah, I had. It's funny. It was two girls. They're like twins. I don't know if you know who they are, but they're good friends of my sister because they went to high school together, and they're the daughters of Aaron Norris.
Huh. Well, it doesn't ring a bell, but
Chuck Norris's brother.
oh.
So I don't know
Wow.
if you know much about him, but like he does some directing and stuff. So it's really interesting because we got to know them pretty well. And it took a while before it clicked with us who it was.
So no run-ins with Chuck Norris yet.
Well, that I think him once, but didn't really get to know him.
Okay. Well, he's the Walker Texas Ranger, like, and the guy in the freaking whatever him selling a weird, I don't know, exercise
Oh man,
machine.
yeah.
I mean, it's like you see Chuck Norris on the street, you know who that is. And no, Larry, I will not do
Exactly.
weed with you. I don't smoke it. I literally like everyone. You know, I've had it so many times, like in YouTube. I've had it in person. Like everyone immediately assumes I do drugs, and it's like I'm sorry that I have one of those faces, but I don't. I've never done a drug in my life. Like I've literally never done anything. It's just like it's funny what people will assume.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh well, you know, they're lost for not knowing me well. That's how I see it.
There you go.
You know.
Just kind of, it's kind of funny because, like a friend of mine, he has like suffered really bad injury back in college. He played soccer, and so he like took major damage to his head. And now he actually uses marijuana for just medical use.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because one thing he loves to do, he'll always sneak in a little bit and just pretend like it must have been a tits on the road or something.
Wow. It's like whatever you gotta do. Whatever you gotta do to get by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand the medical. You know, I know
Yeah.
some people that do the same thing. I don't know. I don't like to judge, and
Yeah.
but I definitely don't support. Like I don't in my heart, like I don't support people that just do it because they think
Oh
they
yeah.
need it, and it's like it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. No.
It's just as
definitely not.
bad as becoming alcoholic or, whatever. Like, people will twist it any way they want though. Like, oh, I do it because like, it's like, I don't know. It's like your
No.
excuses aren't enough for me.
But no, it's interesting because of him, I'm actually taking just like in pills, and it's amazing what it does with epilepsy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I wouldn't touch it for years. I wouldn't even think about it because I only knew it as this drug. But then I find out, oh wait, there's medical use for it. And it's so
Yeah.
sad how it's like just because of people started abusing it, it stopped being used for anything good. It's sad.
Yeah. Yeah, people always ruin everything.
Yeah.
In some way.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. It's crazy. Man, it
Yeah.
feels like we have gone for 2 hours, but it's only been an hour and 30 something, and that's like really weird. Because like it feels like it's been a long time, but then I'm like, I don't know, that's weird.
You never know. It's one of the things I find funny when I go to edit videos. It always turns out it's nowhere near as long as you thought it was.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get just deep into it and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like something mentally just makes it different. It's like, what a Larry, I'm out of Larry's Pizza drink here. That sounded stupid, but pour me another round of Dr. Pepper. I actually had Coke there, regular Coke, and then no, I did cocaine, but no, it's like because I said Coke and immediately, okay, you have like a second to make a joke about cocaine. All right, so but yeah, I had regular Coke there and ended up like I don't know what it is about Larry's Pizza, but you have the Coke there and it's just it sucks. I don't know. Like it's I still thought of cocaine when I said that. It sucks. It sucks.
Well,
I'm
we know
not
where
as
your
hard
mind
as I
is.
wanted to be. It's like bleeding out my nose.
Oh man.
It's like so much cocaine.
Oh no.
I don't know why, because he mentioned cocaine, admitted to doing it. Like, it wouldn't even surprise me if you two got me in trouble for that because of how crazy they are. Usually the
Oh yeah.
videos you spend the most time editing are the least viewed. I know, right?
Yeah,
North America.
exactly. Always.
Like it's like
I know.
yeah, 12-minute video. It's like this only has like 50 views. Like why? It's like why?
I know, exactly.
And then ones, and I think you'll agree with me on this, Paul. You've been doing this long enough to know the ones that you did not expect to do well do amazing.
Oh
Like
yeah.
for some reason, it's so weird how that works. Larry doesn't sound very Italian. How is his pizza anyhow? I don't want to know how Larry's pizza is, but I know that Larry's Pizza buffet is amazing. Man, Larry's.
I remember
Larry, I gotta get you on the stream sometime. I just want to know how you would speak.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what were you saying?
No, I just thinking. I remember the video that shocked me the most was just a really quick response when I saw. I think it was one of the first previews for Death Stranding. And I just did a quick, it was like a 3-minute video, just really fast, just mention it because it really me and just had a lot of questions going through my head. So I just did this one really quick 3-minute response to it, thinking I might go and talk about it more after that, and didn't really expect any views and ended up getting like hundreds out of nowhere.
Dang.
Yeah.
I forgot that I could like change the sizing. Oh, just me. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I haven't even messed with any of the settings tonight.
Oh yeah.
This is like I love StreamYard so far because of all the different things you can do. Like, it excited
Yeah.
me because I'm just a nerd anyway, because I get excited easily. But anyway, like, so, like, our names there, like, you can change the color of it. So it's like, well, my theme is yellow. So it's like, all right. And so when I changed to yellow, I was like, okay, that's perfect. It's not like this cheap default everything. Like,
hmm
it's kind of like in a game when you, like, when you get a bunch of free stuff. Instead of like having to get to level 100 for this armor, like
Right.
I love RPGs though. I
Yeah.
just haven't played like a really good one in a while, except for Bethesda games.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the last one I really loved was Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of people that like Dragon Age. I've never touched it, but I like what I see from it. I never really gave it a shot though. I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. It was so long since I played because it was like when I went to college, it was like I stopped playing video games for a while. But
Oh
then after
yeah,
I
you
graduated,
get busier.
after college, I'm like looking around for a job, and then I finally get a job. And once I finally have a job, it's like I feel like, hey, why not go back and play some video games?
Yeah.
First one that catches my eye was Dragon Age Origins.
Oh yeah.
And of course, I start playing that, and immediately I'm stuck. Couldn't stop.
Just couldn't stop the grind.
It's too good.
Grind is too good. Gotta go, guys. Have a good one. Thank you so much, Paul, for joining. I love your everything you do. Your videos, and I was drawing a blank, but Critical East
Yeah.
Japan, guys. If you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. Thank you, Paul, for joining. That was awesome.
Catch you later. Yeah, that's what's funny to me is I've been going back now and playing so many games I missed,
Yeah.
and it's so funny to me how much it changed in just a few years. It's like,
Yeah.
wow.
I can see what you mean by that. But like example.
It's like, to me, I go after the last like RPG I had played was Ocarina of Time. So you
That's a
think
good one.
about the fact I played that, and then the next one I play is Dragon Age Origins. A little bit of a jump.
Yeah. Top of the evening, my beautiful breathtaking Russell. Infinite Earhart, what up? Infinite Earhart in the house. I like your name. It's a good gamer tag. Wonder if he games. Bunch of gamers up in here. Only 2, but
Yeah.
a bunch of them. Like there's only
That's
us
much.
streaming, but you know, it is what it is. I thought there was gonna be more people joining, but it's their loss.
Yeah, definitely.
What Infinite Earhart? Well, guess what? What could you possibly say right now? I'll be very, very highly anticipating it. There are only 2 genders. Wow. Mind blown.
Well then, man,
He just broke
quite a statement.
the internet and science. Like, Canada isn't real. Well, what is Canada then? What's that northern part of north? I was like, of north. The Earth is flat. I disagree, my friend. I disagree. We will fight. Did you know oranges are orange? Hey, now, I thought they were for sure brown this whole time.
Really? They're not red?
They're not. That's the color I was gonna say first. I was like, they're not red. What is that? What color is that?
Yeah.
I actually have a friend that's colorblind, and when he like buys clothes and stuff, he has to like ask his mom or somebody like, so what color is this? And all I'm thinking is like, well, then if you can't see what the color is, then what does it matter as long as it looks cool, right? Like,
Yeah.
because he's the type of guy that's only going to buy it if it's like actually something he really likes, which I'm kind of that way too. But I got like a bunch of nerdy shirts and stuff that I pick and choose, like I'm picky about. But yeah, Infinite
Yeah, my
Earhart.
dad was colorblind.
Oh yeah, really?
So, oh yeah, it's one of the funniest things my mom loves to tell is the story of when he went to pick her up for their first date.
Oh,
Because she says he arrived wearing a light green shirt, a dark green tie, brown pants, and a pink jacket.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much as awkward as you can get.
That's Back to the Future. That's all that is. That's like the second one when they go to the future. Like that's
Right.
Yeah. So like she's just like, okay, like I don't know. It's like, but apparently it worked out because we have Watchmen Gamer.
Yep. Somehow she stuck with it.
I have the ability to walk with my legs.
Who'd have thunk it?
I didn't. I really was like reading that because I read it before I put it on screen, so I was reading it thinking it was going to be say something like way more out there, and it's like something so simple.
I know.
Thanks for that laugh, Infinite. It's amazing. Lightening our world in here, Infinite Earhart.
Makes me think of that old movie where they had all of the people like in that circus or whatever that are like disfigured. You got that one that's just walking on hands.
Oh yeah, I can't place it, but I know what you're talking about. I thought I was about to say Dumbo. Like I don't know.
No.
No, yeah, I know, but
yeah, it's a really old one. Man, can't think of it now.
Infinite Earhart, if you keep talking, then you'll be the only one in the chat big enough. Like the chat will be filled with you. Like you're like the only one, because probably in his opinion, he is the only one that exists. But you know, just kidding. Infinite, calm down.
Yeah. Although who knows? If the Earth is flat, maybe.
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah. Although I don't know. I have seen there are mountains around my house, so I don't know that it's really flat.
Well, we all know. I have 2 cats, and I think you probably know where I'm going with this. Everyone knows that if the Earth was flat, every cat would knock everything off. Just saying. We all know that. We've all seen the meme. Let's get over that. Let's get over that. Hold up. Wait a minute. Put a little love in it.
We're holding.
I was just pausing. I didn't even think about like I was holding, and then you said that, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot what were you even doing. Okay, so hold up.
Hold up for what?
What am I holding in the air?
Yeah. Exactly.
Hold up. Wait a minute. We're waiting.
Maybe
Infinite.
Just want you to hold up.
We're literally
Larry again.
Look, Infinite. You need to understand. Like you're on. You're on a stream that has like nobody, but I have a little corner of subscribers, so whatever you say is going to be said on public on the internet. So make it good. I don't even know where to go with that. I was like, what do I say at the end of that sentence? Make it good. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, there you go.
What you know what? And it'd be the trolliest thing ever if he just left on hold up.
Yeah.
Like that'd be
Yeah.
like the best thing that he could do to joke around is like Infinite Earhart is out. Like
Well, think about it. Trolling. That's the kind that I would say, okay, good work.
yeah, it was like hold up, just like gone. He's just Batman.
There you go. It's the way to do it.
We are Commissioner Gordon, and we are turning around, and he's not there.
There you go.
I love how like aware all the animated Batman stuff is now, and like we're
yeah.
like Gordon turns around. Oh, he's still here. I'll switch to my primary account. All right, we're still waiting. What else? What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Batman. Like I don't know. Gordon turns around and he's always got to say something like, "I hate it when he does that" or whatever. It's just like
yeah, right.
It's pretty much since The Dark Knight came out. Like that's like a ongoing joke. Even though he did that in the comics way before, but whatever.
Yeah. Hey, whatever it takes to make it popular.
Gotta get it mainstream.
Yep. Hey, if anybody can do it, that's who you'd go to.
Robert Pattinson, what do you think? Batman.
I'm hopeful, but I'm not expecting too much.
I'm not either, but I've seen a what? He said wrong one. Get it together. Ross's Vision, aka Infinite Earhart. God, how many names you got?
Yeah, really.
But yeah, like Pattinson, like at first I was in that little minority of like Twilight. What the F?
Yeah.
Like whatever. And then you realize, number one, he's an amazing actor. It's like if you go watch his like one movie that I haven't watched yet, it's on Netflix. I'm excited about it. Is I still need to see The Rover. I heard that is like one of his best. It's on Netflix, so I'm like, well, watch it. But top of the evening, gentlemen. Are you gonna comment again with another name? That's how he's adding the troll.
Yeah.
But anyway,
hey, at least we're getting more viewers this way.
Oh yes, definitely. Like and right whenever like 2-hour mark, kind of start wrapping it up and then watch. It's gonna be the most ever.
There you go.
Right on that mark, and then I'll have to keep going. Like it's a rule. But anyway, yeah, Robert Pattinson, like great actor. Look at the man's chin. Pay attention to that chin. He would look good in the cowl. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Like he would definitely. He's beefing up for the role. He's doing like a couple more movies, I think, and then he's gonna be Batman. And Matt Reeves is a great director. He did the second Planet of the Apes, like the recent reboots, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and then
I haven't seen those yet.
Okay, well, like they're amazing. You got to see those. They're like I love them. Andy Serkis, like best role playing Caesar to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's an amazing actor, and like he hated being in Twilight. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like he wishes like he's like, man, everyone sees me as a sparkling vampire. He's just like, I'm over it. Like
I can't even imagine.
So yeah.
That would be annoying.
That's my trolling account. I can tell, Ross. I can tell.
Yeah,
I can tell.
I had a suspicion.
He's like, I got an account especially for trolling so they can not trace me back. Like, if people want to find my house, they ain't doing it because now I'm Ross's Vision. Like, what?
There you go.
Well, what's going on, Mr. Ross? Fake girl gamer trap. Sure. But I like the title though, The Batman. That hasn't been done.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I like that because a lot of people in the comics or movies are like, it's the Batman, like, and you're afraid of him.
Mhm.
Um, Ben Affleck, like he did a great job. I
Uh,
think, like I liked
yeah.
him, but Robert Pattinson, like here, like that when it got announced that he might be, and which by the
Mhm.
way he wasn't right away, but everyone did that thing where they like post about it and then it becomes official, but it wasn't official yet. But now it is, because he was just in talks. But
Yeah.
like
I don't know.
he's like a young Batman. As soon as I envisioned him like that, because I hear they're gonna
Yeah.
go like young again. If you think of Batman Year One and then put it with Robert Pattinson, it's like I think it's good.
Yeah.
And hey, maybe they'll mix it with the Joaquin Phoenix universe. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I've heard people talking about that. I don't know. What I'd say I like about the idea of him being Batman is it's like he seems like an actor who could really define it.
Yeah,
It's like in the past, I've always felt like all the other actors, yeah, they played Batman, but I never felt like they really defined him.
yeah. They said like Robert Pattinson said in interviews like we're gonna. I mean, I think they all say this, but he's like, we're gonna go in a direction they haven't yet in the movies. Excites
Yeah.
me because obviously, at least
Yeah.
we don't have to see anything we already did. I don't want to see an origin again. We don't have to see like
Yeah.
his parents getting shot again. Um, all that. I'm a short film director slash trained cinematographer. That is awesome because
Cool.
I love anything to do with that. Because like I'm just a movie buff in general, so I love anything. I like to learn all about that. Been doing this for 5 years now. That's cool. Is like your
Any
content
particular
slash
short film?
directorial stuff on the channel, like on your because that would be cool to watch.
Yeah.
Ross's vision.
Hmm.
I've directed a few things, but little short stuff on my buddy's channel. Like we did this. He used to do these things called like vlog tidbits, which is like this really weird made up story, and like he has this really out there sense of humor, and like it's like kind of mixing both of our sense of humors. But he had like this project for school, and I kind of helped him out. I guess it was kind of like I was cheating a little bit um because I helped them a whole lot, like I directed and stuff. But like um I don't know, like it's just fun
Yeah.
to do that kind of thing.
Cool.
Yeah, Ross, I that's kind of like how I started. I mean, I didn't start YouTube like that, but like I
Yeah.
started out as a kid just doing like filming. I think maybe everyone's done this, but like take a big VHS recorder and record your toys or whatever. You just kind of play around making like your weird
Yeah.
home movies and stuff. And so in a way, like I grew up on movies and film and um all of that. And so I've always been interested in like just making a form of content no matter what it was. So like that's kind of
Yeah.
like, and so in 2012, I was just like, well, like, how about I just have this stupid show where I try food and like it's just like before I ever knew what a food review was, before there was really, I mean, there was like Dame Drops at the time, maybe it was Reckless Eating, but there wasn't the food community wasn't as big as it is now, which we're growing. There's a lot more people like being like, okay, well, I'm gonna start doing food reviews, and then they get big and like it's crazy.
Man.
Oh, I already saw that one. I thought that was a new comment.
Now I remember I've always done a lot with sound mixing and and one friend actually helped him with a short film he was doing.
Nice.
Never really got into it much further than that, but I've always enjoyed being part of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
for
that's
me,
cool. It's like,
it's
it's just fun because when you create
yeah,
something on your own, editing is like the funnest. Like a lot of people hate editing. I love it. I mean,
oh yeah,
it can get tedious and stupid, but like, I mean, but I love it just because I'm aware that like, okay, I can take this and literally make it like as far, I have Adobe Premiere, so I can go pretty far with like what I can do, like to, because all of my humor and stuff is
Hmm.
through the edit, completely just like because I've never seen myself as a funny guy, so I'm like, if I can make somebody laugh in an edit, like I've done my job. Or if I could just share my opinion on a food product, I've also done my job because it's just
Yeah.
some reviews are like less funny. I don't want to put that much effort into it. Other reviews, I edit it and I'm like, I feel pretty good while editing it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like try to make it funny.
Yeah.
Maybe you can check out my page and tell me what you think. I definitely will
Yeah.
sometime.
Have to take a look.
And I'll have this because like after the live stream ends, it goes up publicly after like a little while. I think it takes like up to 30 minutes or so, but it
Yeah.
uploads automatically. So I'll be able to check back on like the chat and everything and see everybody's name. So I'll be able to remember. I'd recommend the Alter 2
Hmm.
Fragment of the Past official trailer. That
Okay.
sounds really, considering your other name is Infinite Earhart, why am I not surprised by that title? Why am I not surprised for that really huge
Right.
like Ross is the kind of guy like if he directed a movie it would literally be like the craziest titled name. The Alter 2 coming soon. Like, what is that? It's like Chris Nolan style where it's like you don't even know what it's about. Like it's just
Yeah.
you know
Right.
when
Exactly.
Interstellar came out, I was like, what is this? It looks awesome though. Like I went and saw it
Yeah.
anyway just because I wanted to.
Oh man, it's the way it was with all of his movies.
Oh yeah. I
I mean,
mean, yeah, Dark Knight was like probably the first movie. Well, no, I saw Batman Begins in theaters. Man, that was '05. But
yeah.
I was actually on a trip with my parents, Yellowstone National Park, and we went to a local movie theater that happened to be. It was one of those little plaza theaters where
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
Batman Begins and another movie, and that's it. Like that's
Yeah.
all that's playing. So we walk in there, and it was like awesome, and then that got me like kind of more into Batman, and like so. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I
That
and
was
I had
so good.
watched the animated series when I was a kid a little bit, but not as much as Spider Man. But Batman animated series is definitely awesome.
Yeah. I remember watching that a little bit too. And seems like ages ago.
You're like,
Yikes.
I'm old.
Yeah, it was creepy when you
Dude,
said
I'm
how old that
old.
movie was. I
So
just, oh, yeah. It's like I'm thinking back now. I'm remembering some of the first movies I saw in the theater, and it's just like, oh my word, really that old?
I know, like episode 3 of Star Wars was also 2005. Wrap your head around that one.
Oh, oh man.
That's crazy. Also, King Kong 2005 was also 2000. Why do I keep naming these movies that are in 2005? But like they literally like that was such a good year for movies. It's insane.
Yeah,
It's part of a series me and my right hand man have been doing ever since we were 11. That sounds awesome.
I remember now. The first R-rated movie I got to see in the theater was Crimson Tide.
Oh yeah, I don't think
Oh
I've ever
man,
seen that.
really great movie. Yeah, that was good stuff. So funny. It was. I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but I remember it was at one of those small theaters like you're talking about, and you get to see two movies at once every time. And it's always an old movie that has just gotten out of the main theater. And my friend and I actually went there to watch, I think it was Congo. But then afterward, it was so bad, we had to watch whatever was next, and it turned out to be Crimson Tide.
Oh yeah.
So,
I saw Day After Tomorrow in a dollar theater.
mm,
And I I think I still really like that movie. A lot of people hated on it. It's like that end of the world movie where
Yeah,
everything like gets frozen over. So like, yeah,
I kind of liked it. I thought it was pretty
Jake
neat.
Gyllenhaal when he was super young.
Yeah,
Like that was the first movie I
yeah.
ever saw him in.
It's one of those ones that wasn't great, but it was okay.
I like to create and bring my own stories to life one day. Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, it's like if you stay inspired and keep doing your thing and keep working on stuff like in today's world, YouTube's kind of rough around the edges sometimes, but we're in a world where everything like you could get a lot of like viewership on things more so than you could like years ago, trying to
Yeah,
get your I'll just call it like trying to get your art out there. It's a lot easier nowadays, like
yeah,
um as long as you do it right and with a humble heart. Like how,
yeah,
I always add that in there because when it, because like people will try to get all like, why isn't my art like just just like
yeah.
just go with the flow.
Still, the hard part is just getting people to look at it because
Oh yeah,
just getting word out is tough. That's the hard part of it.
yeah. It's like in the back of your head, you're like, okay, I got like this new video. I should probably post it on Twitter, maybe hashtag it, and then you're like, it's so cliche though. Like why? Like it's like
Yeah,
you don't want to go through the whole motions. But I mean,
yeah.
sometimes you have to.
It's like with, it's like the one thing that bothers me most is like I have a novel I published recently, but the problem is I self-published it, so to get word out, I've got to do something to really spread it. But the last thing I want to do
Yeah.
is start like pushing on my friends constantly, like read it, read it, read it, read it, read it, read it, read it.
Read it.
But it's like it's so hard because I don't like to push it on other people like that. But
Well, so you said like you've done sound mixing, you write
yeah,
poetry. Why aren't you a songwriter? Like that's right.
I've
You know
tried.
what I mean?
I've
Well, you've
tried,
tried. You've
but the
tried.
problem is I don't write music.
Yeah.
But I remember I had a friend in college who did, and he wanted to put together a song with me. So we started working on it one day, and I was loving what was coming out. But it's like after that, he gave up on it and didn't go any further. So it was like, what do I do?
Ross, the thing is like I understand where you're
Yeah,
coming from because I mean, like what I said, you can get it out there easier, but I mean, you are right because you're going up against everybody else that's doing rather the same
yeah,
thing, or
yeah,
like with Watchmen Gamer here, like he's trying to like do game streaming and everything, but like there's so many streamers to like almost compete against. It's hard to. I can
right.
understand how it's hard to get your stuff out there. On this channel for 5 years, throughout that time, I've snatched up an outstanding 158 subscribers. I mean, I guess it just depends because like I've seen people like I don't know if any of you have watched like Rick Beato. Is a music kind of like he's actually like mixed. I think one of Shinedown's albums. Like he's like one of the producers for some band, but like he's not doing that anymore. But he has a channel, and he started in I think he said 2016 and he just hit
Hmm.
1 million subscribers.
Wow.
So yeah, like it's like I'm
Yeah.
over here like,
Uh,
like I was like, it's like that makes me look smaller than I've ever been in my life.
yeah, I might not be doing
But
that well.
it's like no, he just unboxed his gold button or silver or gold button play button. I don't know, but
Hmm.
But
Wow.
he's so humble though. He's so like he can't even believe it, and I can't believe it for him. Like, but his videos are amazing. Like, if you type in what makes this song great, it's probably a band that you like that he has kind of broke down
Hmm.
and been like, okay, because he has like he has like a full blown music studio where he has produced music, and he'll like
Cool.
go through a song like a Linkin Park song was one of them. I think he went through Numb from Linkin Park and he was like, "This is what makes this song great," because he can like take apart, like he can take the guitar out, the bass out, like with whatever program he's using, and be like, "Listen to this drum beat," and it's just like the drum beat. But so he's just kind of breaking down the songs, So I can see how he blew up because he's like, he goes so in depth
Yeah.
and everything. He's like one of the. Oh, I already saw that one. Dang, man, I can't see anything tonight. I'm blind.
No, it's tough because you don't know. Really, it can just be one video you get right, and then all of a sudden, that can start bringing it in. You never know.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
weird.
man.
It's funny. It's like I even had a thing that was kind of nice. So on a recent video, I had somebody come up and just tell me they were glad I was still doing videos and said, keep at it. It was funny because I didn't even realize they'd been watching.
Yeah, sometimes
They've been
people are
there
just
since like the beginning.
just watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a few people. Like I have people that when I stream, like they pop up, and I
Yeah.
don't like. I never see a comment from them. Like some people,
Right.
some people only like watching live streams, and I can understand too. Like if people skip over my videos, I totally get it because it like because I'm kind of the same way sometimes with creators. I subscribe for the support, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I sometimes because I'm not the type of guy that's like I'm gonna watch every single one of your videos. I try to, but like that's just too much content to keep up with anyway from
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody
Definitely.
else. Like Good Mythical Morning or somebody like that. I love them. Like I try to watch every single one of theirs. But I don't always. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But definitely will check that out, Ross.
Cool.
But this is over 2 hours. So, but I'm gonna tell Watchmen Gamer here, like, if you stick around, I'll be able to talk to you after because I can end the broadcast and still remain in the call with you.
Okay. Yeah.
So stick around. But guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. The people that joined, Ross. Let me scroll up here. Infinite Earhart.
Man.
Oh wait, that's the same person. Critically
So many
Japan,
personalities.
Larry, everybody that joined, Earl.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun. It was a more successful stream than I thought. When I was first starting, I was like, okay, this is awkward because I didn't know if anybody was gonna join. But
It's a good time.
wait, what did he say here? There's an early version of the altar fragment. Definitely will check it out for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, what Watchmen Gamers? Anything you want to say to the Trap Trays audience?
Man, just glad to do this. I've been really trying to get into this stuff, and it's been rough, but recently just starting to connect with more people like this. It's been good. So I'm really glad I got to. And who knows, maybe I can even go watch these other videos and see if I can maybe even add reviews of it on my channel too. We'll see.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a good way to like get people like because because if we're just being real, like I wouldn't have technically been able to meet you if like I didn't have something like this for you to just jump on so easily. So I think this is like very beneficial for everybody and people that have other channels that want to be like, okay, come on my channel and plug their channel. It's like I'm free to do whatever. But anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and you'll be seeing us later.
Definitely.
Weird face. All right, Trav out. Peace out.